There are 5 steps to create your own GPT. 1. Give it a name and a description. 2. Provide it with clear instructions. 3. Add a few conversation starters. 4. Upload a static knowledge file. 5. Enable capabilities. 6. Connect to an API. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do that, so follow me along. First, open the ChatGPT interface on chat.openai.com. Next, go to Explore and click on Create a GPT. Never use the Create tab to create a GPT. Why not? Because in that tab you create the bot through chatting, and each time you chat with it, it will recreate the instructions from the bot, so you won't be able to have specific instructions. I would use Create only when I want a bot that basically acts as an advanced prompt for a very narrow use case. Instead, go to Configure and give the bot a name and a description. You can also click on the plus sign to get a DALL-E 3 image for it, but I prefer to do it later, when I have configured the bot. As far as conversation starters go, I prefer to start with 1. Help. I use /help to make it look cooler, and also to prevent any confusion where the word is used inside a sentence. But you can also use the simple word, help. Next, I like to link the conversation starters to behavior. For example, /help will show the other instructions. I do this because the conversation starters disappear after the user starts talking to a bot, and they probably won't remember what the conversation starters were, so typing /help again will show them. I like to test the command in the preview window on the right. This window is where you can communicate with your bot as you are building it, a great feature that I definitely recommend you use. Basically, you can make sure that the GPT will properly respond to your queries, and if it doesn't, reconfigure it on the spot. Note that after you modify the instructions again, the previous conversation will be grayed out, and you won't be able to copy-paste the text to the new conversation, so make sure you save the text if you want to paste it again. The first instruction is /define_avatar, which I renamed to /define_customer further along. This will ask a series of questions to the user in order to get as much information as it can for a customer persona. Note that I'm asking the bot to respond to /define_avatar, but also to a text with a similar meaning, because the user won't necessarily remember the exact command. /update_avatar can be used to add information to the existing avatar. It will be renamed to /update_customer later in the video. I also expanded the text box so I can write in a more comfortable way because, why not? /define_product is a place where the user can better describe their product. And /define_salesman will be used to define a salesman avatar that will later talk with the customer through the command /generate_conversation, _with_salesman. This command also asks for the context of the sale and then simulates a conversation. But let me just stop you here to get the zoom out version. So, what I did until now was define some commands for the bot, to make the bot provide answers in the same context each time. You don't want your bots to be too generic know-it-alls. You want them to be very good at a specific job. This is what I'm doing with these commands. Next, I'm preparing the playground by defining a customer, a product, and a salesman. Why? Because I want to simulate a potential discussion between a salesman trying to sell a product and their customer. This is where the bot differentiates from other tools, because it remembers 2 personas, and it will provide a discussion between them, a discussion from which the user can learn things like, how would a conversation go over the phone? What objections might that specific customer have? How an expert salesman can work their way around them, and other cool things. Here, you can specifically tell the GPT bot to have 3 objections in its generated conversation, or to be reluctant to buy. You can also have another command like /train_customer in which you upload a conversation that you had with a customer, and the GPT learns how to respond based on that. Cool, right? Okay, so now that we can do that, what else can we do? There's also online shopping. So I added the command /generate_monologue_for_online_purchase, which asks for a sales page and simulates the internal monologue of a potential customer while checking the description of a product they might need. Here, there's also a lot of potential for customization. You can tell the customer to have objections at each section of the sales letter, or you can configure the monologue to also provide an improved version of the sales page taking into account the monologue of the customer. The sky's the limit. I'm also adding text here for a situation where the search engine can't browse the site. The user can just paste the text, and that will also be fine. Always test your bot, and make sure it reacts as you expect it to react. And finally, I have /start_conversation, _with_me, which will start a conversation between you and your customer, where you might try to act as a salesman, or just ask questions like how the customer might react to a new idea you have, or to a new price tier. That's it. These are the instructions I would give to an avatar generator bot. Next, talk to it. Check how it responds to the instructions and publish it to the GPT store. You can find a link to it in the comments section. Follow me for more.